I've been wondering, since Lego does not release many, mainstream, regular release castle sets, is it possible that it's time to look to the pirates? Hi, I'm Tom Bray since 1954. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've been taking a bit of a break because, I needed a palate cleanser, and I was a little bit frustrated by just the lack of things to build in the castle world. And sure, there are Bricklink sets that are excellent castles, but I've decided not to participate in them for many of the reasons I previously mentioned on this channel, the principal one being that the sets tend to be large, they tend to be expensive, they tend to take up a lot of room, and really the principal reason that I am in this hobby is, first of all, as a senior to keep building, and second of all, for my granddaughter, to pass these sets down to my granddaughter, who is now 2 years old. And she's already beginning to play with Duplo, and that's a great source of joy for me. So really, for me, it doesn't really matter what I build as long as I keep building. I love Castle, but if they're not going to put out Castle sets, I'm going to build something else. And I've been off building some smaller sets, some Star Wars sets, some 4+ sets, which I know are going to be the first sets that my granddaughter starts playing with. And I haven't made videos on these builds because, videos are complicated to produce. They take me some time, and also because there hasn't been a lot of interest in those other sets, although I will make those videos just because it brings me joy in doing so. But pirates, since Lego has not put out a castle in a while, this caught my eye, and it's this set right here. It's set number 31387, and I believe it's called the Iconic Pirate Ship. It's a 3-in-1 set, and it's like $110. It's on back order right now on the Lego site. I don't know whether it's available on Amazon. I haven't checked. I'm considering building this, buying this and building this. I wanted your opinions on it. I mean, first of all, what you get in this 3-in-1 build is a really fun pirate ship, kind of like the last 3-in-1 pirate ship that Lego released, but a little bit different so that they would look very cool side by side. And I've used this a lot in my lore. I've used pirate ships in my skeleton army, sailing the high seas. So it's not like I'm unfamiliar with using a pirate ship in a castle setting. Now, the other build you get with this is the 2 little small pirate craft. And they're really cool because you get 2 different colors. You get the skull and crossbones built in brick on the sails, which are, they're brick sails. And one has a red headband and the other has a blue, I think, eye patch. And, they would work well with any pirate ship. They would also work well with the El Dorado Fortress, which I also have, which feels to me castle-like. It's just kind of in the same world and the same family. But the overwhelming reason that I'm really interested in this set is because the third build is a castle build, albeit a very small castle build. But you see, that's what's interesting to me. Lego used to put out small castle sets, and they're not anymore. And I'm just wondering if they haven't given us right here a backdoor castle set, which is kind of really exciting when you think about it. Because this castle has a wonderful tower in it. It opens up so that you can see the interior of it. There are 2 sides to it. And it, there's a lot going on. There's like a palm tree in the front. There's a structure build, with a window. And then there's a tower. Now, there's not a lot of room inside to play, but there are play features inside. And it just seems really cool to me. And a really great idea for branching out and adding this small castle build, because that's what it is, to a castle universe. So I'm really thinking that at $109, I just can't miss with this set. I mean, Lego Castle is one of those themes, when they give it to us, that's a non-intellectual property theme. And I just love those themes inside of Lego because they encourage imagination. It's not that I object to something like Star Wars or any other property that's licensed, Harry Potter. It's just that I love the idea that it's not intellectual property because we don't come into it with any preconceived notions, and kids don't come into it with any preconceived notions. They can just use their imagination. You can make any figure, as we've seen in many videos that I've done on Castle, and in many videos that are out there in the Castle YouTube universe. You can take any minifigure and turn it into an army for a castle theme. So that's what's so wonderful about that non-intellectual property. And I feel that Pirates is another one of those themes that also gives you that non-intellectual property glow, if you will, the idea that you can create out of your own imagination an entire world and populate it however you want. You want to put creatures into your pirate world? You want to have your pirate ship manned by skeletons? You can do it. You want to interface that with a vampire army that sails the seas in your castle universe? By all means, do it. I'd like to know what you think about the idea of me picking up this set. I mean, $109, I'm really leaning heavily into getting it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think I'm probably going to pull the trigger on it, but I want to know if you've built this, and if you've built that castle section of it, the third build, if you will, and what you think of it, and whether or not it displays well, etc., whether or not you think like a granddaughter at the age of 5 or 6 would be able to play with something like that. So until next time, this is Tom Bray saying, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching, and keep building your Lego world one brick at a time. Take care.